Hi everybody, welcome to another yoga video. My name is Phan and I'll be your instructor today. So today I wanted to focus on one particular piece of back extensions and alignment, which is keeping the chin down and allowing the neck to follow the rest of the curve of the spine when we're going into back bends. And this is particularly important for alignment, making sure that we are not overextending our neck and drawing a kink in the back of our neck, so to speak. So that's just allowing us to focus on good alignment no matter what level you're on. It's something that everybody can focus on. So join me on your mat and we'll get started. So first, I'm just seated in a comfortable position and we're gonna draw circles with our arms. So just circle those arms nice and big, taking deep breaths. And here you can start focusing on lifting your chest up and also keeping your chin down. Feel the breath, expand your spine and lift your chest, and as you exhale, draw your waist in. Now reverse your circles. Feel the shoulder blades draw together as you bring the arms back. Feel the back muscles turning on and warming up as much as the chest muscles. And then when you're done, bring the hands behind you. And we're just gonna focus on lifting the chest, going into slight back extension here in our upper back. So inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, just relax. Again, lift the chest up, deep inhale. Finding length through the back of the neck while keeping the chin down. And as your chest rises, see if you can feel your shoulder blades drawing closer together on the back. One more deep breath here. And let's go into child's pose. So you're going to be sitting on your heels. Your knees can be as wide as you want, arms extended in front of you, and bring your head down onto the mat. Now, for your child's pose, see if you can press your mat further away so you're really extending the back of the neck, stretching it out. Same thing with the arms and the fingers. So you want to crawl your fingertips forward so your forearms are lifted off the mat. Feel the energy coming out from the base of the spine all the way through your head in a long line of energy. Now start to walk your hands over to the right. So your body is in a bit of a rainbow shape. Left side of the body is long. Breathe into the right and left rib muscles. And as you exhale, feel the right obliques pull in. And then walk over through the center and over to the left so that the right side of your body is long. Feel your left rib muscles pulling in as you exhale. And then walk over back to center and come into a cat-cow pose or tabletop. And then we're going to go into cat-cow. So knees are hip-width apart, hands directly underneath your shoulders. And then you're going to pull your stomach down to the ground, coming into your cow. And keep your chin down. See, I'm already doing it. I'm overextending my neck. And then pull your stomach up, coming into your cat. So you don't have to worry about where your neck is looking as much when you're coming into the spinal flexion, but for me, I tend to overextend my neck when I come into my cow pose here. So I always have to remind myself that I have to lead with the chest rather than the chin or the neck. So inhale here into your cow, lifting the chest up, using that as a focal point, and then exhale, draw the belly in. And as you come into your cat pose, you might need to remind yourself to have about a tangerine size space underneath your chin. Tangerine or mandarin orange sized. As long as you have some space there, you don't want to flex your neck forward too much any more than you want to overextend it. Now come back to a neutral spine. Your back should be generally flat here, and we'll go into bird dog. So you're gonna reach one arm forward. I have my right arm forward, left leg back, and try to find a balance here. And I want you to find a slight lift of your chest. Before you lift your limbs up, I want you to imagine there's a little bit of a fire burning right underneath your chest, and so you're trying to lift yourself away from it to keep from getting burned. So keep that lift. That's going to engage our shoulder muscles even more, keep our upper body strong, and then lift your arms and legs up and hold here. Remember to tune into your breath. And you can even flex your foot here if you feel that keeps you a little bit more stable. Then bring your hands and knees together, pressing into the top of your thigh, pressing your thigh into your hand, hand into your thigh, getting a little bit more core engagement, lifting your spine up, and reach back out. And again, press your hand into your thigh, come into bird dog, hand into thigh, and reach forward. Now you can stay here or try to grab your foot. Coming into tiger pose, your hand is going to come back, grab the pinky side of your toe, and push your foot into your hand, get a little bit of that quad stretch, and lift the chest up. So there is a back extension here, and we're going to try to keep our chin down, focusing more on lifting the chest than arching the neck. I even feel a stretch here, a deep stretch to the front of my shoulder, and then slowly, carefully come out of that and set your hands and feet down. And do the other side. Left hand forward, right hand back. And again, lifting your chest up, drawing yourself away from that fire burning underneath you, keeping strong in the shoulders. Reach your arm and leg up and hold here. Find your breath. And keep your neck long. Keep your eyes down so your neck follows the rest of your spine. Bring your hand to the top of your thigh and push into it. Draw your abs up and reach back out. And do two more. Going nice and slow so you're controlled. And reach back out one more time. Stay here or take tiger pose. Reaching your hand back, grabbing the pinky side toe of your foot. Lift with the chest first. Trying to keep the chin down. Then slowly come out of that, reaching your arms and legs back out and then back down. You can come all the way onto your stomach, taking Sphinx pose, so our forearms are on the ground, right in front of us. Lift the chest up, and again, keeping the chin down. Back of the neck is reaching long. Imagine there's a long line of energy just coming from the back, and you want to focus on that. Draw your lower abdominals up. See if you can get them to hover off the mat. Pull your chest forward through the gate of your arms and breathe here. Feel the shoulder blades on your back drawing down and together. And then stay here as you tip your ear, your right ear to your shoulder, taking a little bit of a lateral neck stretch. Tip your left ear to your shoulder. And you can take one more on each side. Keep pushing your belly, your ribs, your chest away from the ground. Come back to neutral. And then place your palms right underneath your shoulders. We're going to come into up dog. So you can tuck your toes underneath for this up dog and lift your chest up, straighten your arms. So it's a slightly deeper back bend than Sphinx. Push your shoulders down. Feel the muscles through your chest and ribs turn on. And then you can set your knees down. Let's go into puppy. So you're gonna shift your weight back, arms are still extended, and then your hips are gonna be lifted into the air and your arms are on the ground. I'm just gonna stay with my knees bent, but you could certainly straighten your legs out if you want. That'll give you a much more intense extension through the upper back. And again, try to keep the chin down here. Shift your weight forward, come back into up dog. So with up dog, you want to think of your kneecaps lifting off the mat. The only thing touching the mat are the tops of your feet and your palms. You can set the knees down, take puppy. And let's take a bit of a twist here. So you're going to thread the needle over to your left, gazing underneath your left armpit. And then thread the needle through the right arm. Undo your needle. Come to standing at the top of your mat, and we'll begin our standing sequences. So start with Tadasana. Legs are strong, feet are planted, all four corners are pressing down. Lift your shoulders up, back and down so you feel your back muscles turn on. Feel your inner thighs turn on towards each other. And just stay here for a moment and breathe. See if you can lengthen the neck even more, pushing your weight and energy through the ground to lift up even taller through the crown of the head. Then inhale, reach your arms up overhead for our salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You can keep a soft bend in your knees here and pedal out the feet if you're feeling a little bit stiff to start off with. Grab a hold of opposite elbows. Let your head and shoulders hang super heavy. And then shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Slowly rise back up to standing, reaching your arms up, finding that deep stretch. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take whatever stretch you need here. Turn your hips side to side a little. Work through the spine. You're allowed to take whatever movement you like. Then slowly come back up to standing, reaching your arms overhead. Exhale, lower the arms. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And we're going to come into a plank. So set your hands down, walk your feet back, and then lift your right foot up. See if you can come into chaturanga with just one leg on the ground. Upward dog. Keep your leg up in the air as you come into down dog. Now, bring your knee to your nose, lifting your spine up, And then kick that foot back up into the air. And again, reach your knee to your nose. And lift it back up one more time. And reach back out. You could take a few hip openers here, drawing circles into the air with your knee. And then take a couple in the other direction. Then you can set that foot down, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise all the way up to standing. And exhale, go right into your forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Lift your left foot up. Chaturanga down with one leg. Up dog and down dog. Three-legged down dog. So we're going to take a 3 knee to noses here with our left knee. So pull that knee in and draw your abs up as much as you can. For 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Kick that leg back and draw circles with your knee to open up the hip. And do a few in the other direction. Keep your neck long here. And you can set that foot down. Walk back to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come into a normal plank. Chaturanga down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold into downward dog. Now you're going to lift your right leg into the air, step it forward between your hands, and take crescent pose, high lunge. I almost fell there. And then set your left hand down, right hand to the sky for an easy twist. Low lunge. Bring your left knee down. Raise your arms overhead. And then set your hands down, come back into down dog. Bring your left leg into the air, step it forward, and come into high lunge on the other side. Easy twist. Setting your right hand down, left arm up. Low lunge, right knee comes down, reach your arms overhead. Set your hands down, down dog. And we'll take it again on each side. So right leg up, right leg forward, high lunge. Easy twist. Low lunge. Down dog. And the other side, lift your left leg up. Step your left leg forward, high lunge. Easy twist. Keeping the neck long. Low lunge. See if you can find a little bit more back extension here while keeping the chin down. Hips are pressing forward, down dog. Travel back to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, reaching your arms overhead. And exhale, come back down to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then step back into your plank, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Lift your right leg into the air, step forward, take warrior 2. So my right toes are pointed to the front, left toes are pointed to the long edge of my mat. Fingertips are reaching out, palms facing down, and gaze over your pointer finger as you look forward.
See if you can push the ground away with your feet even more so you can feel your hamstrings and inner thighs turn on. Keeping your neck long, draw the shoulder blades back. Reverse your warrior, sweeping the right arm overhead. Extended side angle. You can have your forearm on your thigh as you reach your left leg, left arm overhead. Find a long line of energy through the outside of your left foot through your left fingertips. Come back to warrior two. And reverse. Extended side angle. You can reach your arms forward, bringing your fingertips to the ground or onto a block. And twist your chest open even more so that it's really out to the side. And let's take half moon. So you're gonna slowly and carefully shift your weight forward onto your front foot. Walk your right fingertips in front, lifting your back leg up. Flex the back foot so that you feel a little bit more straight through the leg. And then see if you can turn your chest without falling. Turn your chest to the side into half moon. You can even grab your back leg, coming into sugar cane pose. Press your foot into your hand to find that quad stretch. And then slowly release that leg. Come back into warrior two. Windmill your arms back down. Come into down dog. And then step your left leg forward, warrior two on the other side. Make sure your arms are reaching out as far as you can, like they can touch the sides of the room. Push your legs and feet down so you feel your inner thighs turn on. Lift your shoulders up, down and back. Now reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reach your right arm overhead. Try to find as much length as you can here through your side body, through your arms and legs. And warrior two. Chin is slightly tucked, neck is long, and reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. You could touch the ground with your fingertips if you can, and then reach your right arm overhead. Half moon pose. Shift your weight forward. Slowly bring that that back leg up. Flex your back foot. Twist your chest to the side if you can. Make sure you're steady and strong in your foot before you do anything challenging with balance. You can grab your back foot. And then release your foot, step back into warrior two. Windmill your hands down, come back into down dog. And we're gonna take that sequence one more time on each side. I'm just gonna pedal at my legs first in down dog since we didn't get the chance to do that earlier. So step your right foot in between your hands, warrior two. Reverse warrior. An extended side angle. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Half moon pose. The slower you do it, the more control and strength you have in all the tiny stabilizing muscles in your body. Grab a hold of your foot if you can. Stay here for a breath. Slowly release your hand and foot and step back into warrior two. Bring your hands down, and you can take your chaturanga if you want before coming into down dog. Step the left foot forward, warrior two on the other side. Reverse your warrior, extended side angle. Warrior two, reverse, extended side angle. shift your weight forward, half moon. Flex your back foot. Find that long line of energy from the crown of your head through the heel of the back foot. And then come back into warrior two. Windmill your hands down. You can flow through chaturanga or go straight into downward dog. Take a breath here in downward dog and then travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Then exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length through the back of your neck here, through your Ardha Uttanasana. And then forward fold all the way. Step hands, bring your hands back, or bring your feet back, come into plank, chaturanga, upward dog. Keeping your chin down, down dog. Now, step your right foot forward. We're gonna come into crescent. Straighten the front leg, and we're gonna take pyramid. So I want you to lean forward, reach and reach and reach and reach, and stretch your arms forward, leaning forward until you're folded forward over your front leg. You could bend your knee, come back into crescent. Keeping that back leg straight if that's comfortable, and you can even kick it out further to the side to give your hips some more space and your low back some more space. Straighten that front leg, come back into pyramid, and you can set your hands on blocks here. I want you to tip your hips forward, really lead with the chest, but also think of drawing your belly towards your thigh first before your head comes down, so your neck is still long. And then I want you to shift your weight forward, and we're gonna take bound revolved half moon. So it just means that our hips are square instead of externally rotated here. And then you're gonna keep your left hand on the ground, grab your right hand to your opposite foot. And this is basically bound revolved half moon. You can let go of your foot and take standing splits here. So bringing your belly to the top of your thigh, straightening and extending that back leg up toward the ceiling. And you can grab your shin with one hand to deepen the stretch even more. Then slowly set your back leg down, come back into warrior one, or not warrior one, crescent. They're very similar. Set your hands down, take chaturanga, or go back into downward dog. Either way, we're gonna meet back in down dog. Good. And then bring your other leg up, step it forward. I don't remember which leg I did. I think I did this leg, and then come back into crescent. Whatever leg you did, do the other one. I don't remember which leg I had forward first. And then take pyramid. So you want to keep your hips square here. Imagine that they're headlights on a car. They're pointing directly forward. Reach your chest forward as you fold over your leg. I think I did the same leg, so I'm just going to switch, guys. And then come back into crescent, lunging through that front leg. Pyramid pose, straighten that front leg, hinge forward. Keep the neck long here. I want you to focus on pulling the abs in and down towards your leg and keeping the neck long. Then shift your weight forward. Your hands are at the top of your mat. Grab your back foot with your opposite hand. So it's kind of like tiger pose, but now you're standing on your foot rather than kneeling on the ground. You can release that foot, come into standing splits. Bring your chest closer to your thigh. Grab a hold of your shin if you need. And I don't find that one hand or the other is better when grabbing your shin. I think either is fine. Step back into crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. Come into chaturanga or go straight into down dog. Let's take that sequence one more time, trying not to do the same side both times. So bring your right leg into the air, step it forward, crescent lunge, pyramid, crescent lunge, and we're going to take it again, pyramid, crescent lunge, and pyramid. Shift your weight forward. You can grab your opposite foot, keeping your chest and your hips squared to the mat. It's funny that this is called a revolved half moon because you feel like your body isn't twisting in any way. Standing splits. Bring your chest to your thigh, lower belly to your thigh. Reach that leg up as much as you can. And then I want to set both hands down onto the mat and do a couple of ankle exercises and calf raises. So your left leg is still raised into the air. The ground on the foot is going to come onto the tip of the toes, tippy toes, and lower down. So you're lifting and lowering the heel of the foot on the ground so that you're doing a calf raise here. Take a few more. Top foot isn't doing anything. Set that heel down, come back into crescent, reach your arms up, flow back into your downward dog. Left leg comes into the air, step it forward, crescent. See if you can find more lift in the chest here, keeping that neck long and chin down. Pyramid pose. Crescent lunge. Oh, and I realize you can come into pyramid pose again. With pyramid pose, you usually want your heel, back heel on the ground, but to each their own. You can have the heel lifted if you're not able to bring the heel down, or keep it up. Crescent pose. Oops. Pyramid. Shift your weight forward. Revolved, bound, half moon. Standing splits. And crescent lunge, slowly setting that back foot down to the ground, reaching your arms up. Flow back through down dog. Keep that chin down as you come into your up dog and come back into down dog. From here, cross your right ankle over your left, and then you're going to come into a side plank. So your left arm reaches up, right ribs are lifted away from the ground. And then you can take a few knee crunches here, so bending your bottom leg in and out for 3. For 2, keep that waist lifted, 1. And take a few side bends, so you're going to lower and lift your hips for 5. For 4. 3, lift as much as you can. 2. And 1, keep that neck long, chin is down. Got to remind myself that. And step back into down dog. And let's do the other side. Cross your left ankle over your right. Side plank it out. Lift your left ribs up as much as you can. Take 3 knee crunches here for 3, 2, 1, and take 5 side bends. Lift your ribs up as much as you can as you come up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back into down dog. And then come into lizard. You're going to step your right foot outside of your right hand. Set your back knee down. And then you can stay like this or bring your forearms to the ground. Deepening that lizard stretch. Keep your neck long. And then step back into down dog. Lift your right leg up. Come into pigeon. So you're going to bring that right knee across and down. So your shin is on the mat in front of you. And pigeon is a little bit of a back extension pose too. So you're going to want to keep your chin down as you lift your chest. Press your fingertips down as you lift your chest and draw the shoulder blades down the back, lengthening the neck even more. Come back into down dog and do lizard on the left side. So lift your left leg up, step it on the outside of the left hand. You could set your back knee down and bring your forearms to the ground if you can. Come back into your three-legged down dog, keeping your left leg into the air. And then bring your shin forward and across the mat as you come into pigeon. And your shin could be at whatever angle it is, as long as you feel like your hips are staying square, so your headlights are both pointing forward. Lift the chest up even more. Find that long line of energy through the back of the neck. Come back into down dog. Walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And rise up to standing. Exhale, lower your arms. Now we're going to find a seat on our mat and come into Navasana, boat pose. So you want to lift your legs up into the air. You could keep your knees bent or straight. Reach for your toes and hold this pose. See if you can straighten your legs some more. Come into a deeper bend in the body. Lower yourself down halfway and lift back up if you can. Lower down halfway and lift up. One more time. And hold boat pose. Lower all the way down. And we're going to take reverse tabletop. So your hands are going to be behind you. And we're going to take 2 different grips here on the mat. Take the one that's most comfortable to you right now. And then you're going to lift your hips into the air. So you're in a table. So chin can be tucked here. If you want to strengthen your neck muscles some more, you could bring your neck back a little bit. And that's just going to cause the flexor muscles in the front of your neck to work a little harder. Then set your hips down. We're going to bring our fingertips in the opposite direction that we had them. So if you had them pointed out or behind you, try to point them in or vice versa. So you want to lift your chest here. Again, keeping that chin tucked. Feel the long line of energy through the back of the neck. Keep that as you lift your hips. Push the ground away from you. Have a soft bend in your elbows as you feel like you're hyperextending, which a lot of us tend to do. Lift your hips up even higher. Breathe with the exercise. Find space and openness through your shoulders. Then lower the hips down. Very nice. And then come onto your stomach. Reach your arms and legs out, arms in front, legs behind. You can keep them hip width / shoulder width distance. And then I want you to start by lifting your head off the ground. Neck is long. Try not to look forward, but rather right in front of your eyes. Then lift your arms and legs both up and start pedaling them out like you're swimming. Then pause here with your arms and legs lifted, locust pose. Sweep the arms out to the side, lift your chest even higher, but keeping the neck down, keeping the chin down. And come back into swimming. So you're going to reach your arms forward, legs behind. Remember to tune into your breath. Pause. Locust pose, lift that chest even higher. Draw your abdominals in. Squeeze your glutes as you lift your legs up nice and high. And let's swim it out one more time. Locust pose, reach your arms back. Hold it. Breathe. Reach your arms forward. You can rest your arms and legs down. Take a child's pose here, since that was a lot on our back. And let's come to kneeling on our mat for camel. So camel doesn't have to be an extreme back bend, and I'll show you the variation I like to take. You're gonna place your hands right on your hips, maybe a little bit further back, so you have support here. Then you're gonna lift your chest, inhale, draw the shoulder blades down the back, chin is still down, and exhale. So that's camel. You really don't need to go into a full back extension, but we can always certainly try and deepen the stretch a little bit. So let's try that. Inhale, lift the chest, and arch your back, focusing on the upper back here, and draw your belly button into your spine. And then look forward, bringing your head forward first if you can to straighten yourself out. Take a few more of this on your own. So what I like to think about when I do camel and any sort of more intense back extensions is that the head is the thing that comes back last and the first thing to come back up. So I'm trying to keep my chin down as I arch backwards. And then once I really can't fight gravity anymore, I let my head hang. And I try to bring my head back up first, and then the rest of my spine. Good. And then we'll take a little bit of a twist here with a little bit of back extension. Reaching your right arm overhead, but lifting through the chest. And do the opposite side. One more time on each side. And now come to seated on your mat to take Ardha Matsyendrasana, which is our seated twist. Left leg is extended out, right knee is bent, and the foot is crossed over your left thigh. So sit up nice and tall first, hugging your knee in. And you can certainly stay like this, or reach your left arm up, cross it over the knee to take a twist. Place your right hand behind you, pushing your fingertips down to straighten your back. And here for our twist, sometimes we tend to twist our neck a little bit more than the rest of our spine. So I want you to notice where your heart is pointing and try to look in the same direction as your heart. So try not to look behind your shoulder, but you certainly can if that feels really good. But let's focus on keeping everything the same. And then release that twist. Extend your right foot out, left leg is bent. Hug your knee in first to sit up nice and tall. Feel the shoulder blades draw down the back, chin is still down. Reach your right arm overhead and twist. Left fingertips are to the ground, pushing your spine up even taller and finding space in your low back. Find where your heart is and look in that direction. Undo your twist. And then lastly, we have Shavasana. So you can lie all the way down onto your mat. Soften your eyes or close them completely. And breathe. Start to introduce movement into your fingertips and toes. Allow energy back into your limbs. Reach your arms overhead, find a deep stretch. And then turn over to your right side, cradling your head and your biceps. Lift yourself back to a comfortable seated position. You can keep your eyes soft or keep them closed. Bring your hands to your heart center, sitting up tall and proud after today's practice. I hope you got something useful out of today that you can apply to every single session you do, no matter what the sequence is. It's always fun to go back to the fundamentals and ask ourselves why we do things. And as a teacher and student, I'm very humbled to be able to share this experience with you. So I bow my head in gratitude to you. I wish you a healthy, safe, and happy rest of your day.